valued in anything. Some of the, carefully enter the main floor of the school, ready to be attacked at any moment. You aren't. In fact, it's strangely quiet up here. It would happen to appear that the attack is already over. Since you can't see anyone in the halls, you aren't sure who won. Now that you have escaped the basement, you should see if you can find Mind Harrell, the administrator of the school. It would probably know what happened and where all the teachers are. As you look around, you hear someone say, "Quick, this way." Whoever said it, we're to the east and down to the right. You look quickly to see who spoke, but nobody's there. You hear footsteps moving away very quickly. East, this way. Down here. Recall that there's some storerooms to the south. Being only a novice, you never allowed into them since this is an emergency. However, you'd imagine that the teachers wouldn't mind if you equip yourself. Wonder if they're trying to get me to come down here to equip myself first. Wonder if there's actually someone here. I don't really recall reading these things that much, so it doesn't matter to me. Here, buddy. Munchies. I'm gonna feed my creatures because I'm a good overlord. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And this is a wand. I might use that. I don't know. Probably gonna end up selling it. Iron. Ow, that hurt my teeth. That area is clear. Oh. He might be good for information, but I don't really need it at the moment. I'll get that dialogue on my own. Alright, I'm gonna drop some of my crap here. Looting, my friends. Where's... Sure, I'll take it. Don't know if it's worth anything, but I'll take it. Considering the fact that I'm still encountering resistance and no teachers, and just one student, I think I know who won. This place has its own water reservoir. What if it gets its food shipped in? Alright, well, the first time my guys missed. Oh, enemy reinforcements. I'm getting shit because I'm carrying too much stuff. Ow! Sheesh, you boneheads. I'm actually hurting. Surf quarters. What I want to do is, because I know what's up ahead, I think I should just try and go around the school and find whatever I can to kill. Just get as much dialogue as I can. Servants. There's only one of them that I can talk to. Oh, and she made herself known. Hannah! You notice that one of the servants is hiding back here. She doesn't look scared. In fact, she doesn't look confused either. When you look at her, she meets your gaze for a moment before she looks away. Servants normally let her look into the shaper's eye. Odd. You ask her name and she simply says, Hannah. I am feeling quite well, Shaper. Thank you for asking. The death of the Shapers have greatly upset other servers here. It's strange that this one does not seem bothered at all. What are you doing back here? I am waiting, Shaper. I'm waiting for the school to be clear of rogues. And then what will you do when the place is clear? I will leave this place and I will not come back. I will seek others of my kind like me. Why you have not left yet? She's already answered that. What have you been doing here? Are you some sort of spy? Clearly. Where will you go? Probably won't tell me. Others like you. You can deduce that. I will not tell you. Perhaps you will find out again. You have to stop and concentrate and make sure that you've heard what you thought you heard. A serf refusing to respond to Shaper's direct question is completely outside of your experience. Others like you, those are not weak and obedient like these. She waves at the other serfs. You probably have not been told that they're independent serfs. Your masters worked hard to keep it a secret, but there are clearly a spy. But honestly, I don't really have a reason to care since the school is pretty much totaled anyway. I'll just keep going. Pretty sure I'm not going to get much out of her at the moment anyway. Is there anything else I could clean out? I don't think so. Should more stuff have value. Thanks to the Shapers, there's two outsiders. Everyone in our secretive blessed order is a Shaper, but we know that this is not accurate. There are 3 sects within our order, each has its own duties. The Shapers are researchers, the ones who develop new sorts of creations and refine the ones that already exist. Shapers rarely venture from their halls of research unless it's a severe problem having to do with weird creations. Guardians. The Guardians are warriors. When the power of the Shapers is challenged, sometimes we must march to war. Guardians use both their blades and the power of the creations they create to defeat those who question our wisdom. The agents are travelers, diplomats, and spies and solvers of problems. Very, very watered down word for assassin. When there is difficulty somewhere, serious but not at the level of war, an agent is dispatched to use magic, cunning, created creatures to solve it. Together, these 3 sects work together to control access to the dangerous knowledge we possess and to channel it to the ends that wisdom dictates. Wisdom dictates. You mean you? Very arrogant. Okay, so the agents are travelers. They're like spies, diplomats. And the Guardians are just essentially the muscle. The Shapers, the brains. I'd say these guys are more of a cult than anything. Self-serving bastards. Ooh, another book. Ways of secrecy. There is one thing that all Shapers must know. In fact, that governs our existence. The things we make are alive. They can think. They have their own wills, and they may try to get loose from the control we have over them. When a creation is separated from Shapers, it is badly made or subjugated to too much stress, we can lose control of it. When this happens, they say that the creation has gone rogue. Rogues must be destroyed, no exceptions. Ordinary humans want our power, they covet it. However, they do not realize that our power has its limits. Whenever life is created, it is possible to lose control of it. The consequences of this can be devastating. That is why outsiders must never gain access to our secrets, our techniques. They do not have wisdom to understand awesome power. The awesome power we wield to the extent which it must be controlled. A mad shaper could be a danger to the entire world. Ran out of freaking words. In all my playthroughs of this game, I don't think I've ever read that. Well, this is the office of Mine Herald, the servant mine which helps to run the school. Servant mines are one of the most complicated and useful of the Shaper creations. A thinking creature bright enough to actually run a town or a school. You have only met Mine Herald once. When you first entered the school, there were 2 turrets guarding it. Those turrets are still here, but they are injured while fending off the attackers. Mine Herald, hopefully behind the stone door to the south. The lever by the wall controls the door. Click on the lever to pull it. Okie dokie. I don't see the 2 turrets here. How the hell do you know they're injured? Where are the 2 turrets? Are they in the walls? Oh, there they are. For the first time since you arrived at the school, you meet Mind Herald. This is a servant mind created by Shapers to organize things and handle the day-to-day operation of the school. Creations are almost never created with any sort of independent will, and when they are limited in other ways. For example, servants' minds can't move. They spend their entire lives in stone trays, thinking, talking, and eating protein goo. Fortunately, Mine Herald has survived the attack, no doubt because it was defended by 2 turrets. Though it has not seen you in years, it recognizes you instantly. Hello, novice. I see you've survived this terrible time. I am, as always, eager to serve the Shapers. What can you tell me about the attack? I do not know any of the details, mighty Shaper. I only know what I have been told, heard or been told. It was a deadly attack, damage was great, and losses were heavy. Some Shapers are dead, for which I mourn deeply. Who attacked? It is not yet clear. What is known is that it was creations that attacked us. It is true, creations of the Shapers, who owe very existence to the goodness of your kind, dared to strike at you. Fortunately, most were slain. A few fled, but great damage was done. Who was killed? Oh, well, the sadness. All of the teachers, the Shapers died. I thought you said some of the Shapers died. All except Master Hoge, who lives. That is what Meisters report to me. But Master Hoge has not been here to see me. Very strange. Mine Herald is still here, concentrating on the best to repair and defend the school. Hello, Shaper. I'm eager to serve. What are you doing to repair the school? I'm trying to reorganize the serfs so they can be put to work, but they are stupid and confused creatures. They are terrified, so it's difficult. Matters are complicated by the scattering rogues that still roam the halls. I would be careful, Shaper. The survivors are all minor creatures. I'm sure you can dispatch with a wave of your hand, mighty Shaper. However, the exit of the school is guarded by something powerful. Of that I am confident. Alas, I cannot tell you more, as anything that I have sent to investigate further has not returned. What do you think I should do now? A servant mind would never dare give orders to a Shaper. Their intelligence comes paired with an obedient nature. However, Shapers respect the intelligence of servant minds and often go to them for advice. My advice to you, given humbly, mighty Shaper, is that you should contact the outside world and tell them what is happening here, and that we need help, and find out what is happening elsewhere. I fear this attack is not isolated. The nearest settlement is Fort Kenita, on the other side of the island. Go speak with the commander there and relay what he says. He probably doesn't know any spells. So anyone that can go on the journey. Apart from the creations you can make. I'm sure that Alan would like the chance to go out and fight. He is in the training hall. I hesitate to suggest it, but Greta is in the town outside of the school, though she is expelled for her skills. It was expelled, her skills may be used to you. There's some supplies for the journey. Anything you can find in the school. Not that I haven't been accumulating crap already. I would compare the mines, servant mines, to like central computers. A lot like in Star Wars. They had central computers that would give orders, or at least for the start of the war, they had central command stations. I don't know if it was like a central artificial intelligence, but it's kind of what they are. Oh, I think a few of my Fiora's leveled up. 4 skill points, huh? I don't really have the essence to pour into them, and I know they're not that strategically important. I think I'll just let them grow stronger. Because I think their strength goes up with each level. 3. I don't think I want to go through here yet. There's still parts of the school that I haven't explored. What's up here? That's closest. Nothing. Might be worth something. Let's go get Alan. Don't know how to say his fucking name. I will go fight. You meet Alan. Let's just call him Alan. Another of the novices in the school. Unlike you, however, he is close to being fully initiated into the Guardian sect. You've spoken with him very little. He is a completely dedicated shaper, completely loyal to your kind and focused on his studies. Now, however, he seems shaken and a little lost. He walks over to you. Another survivor, I see. I don't know what to do. You know the feeling. Someone actually attacking the Shapers is unheard of, and generally suicidal. Tell me what happened. I don't know much of it. I was here practicing with my blades. Then the explosions started. I heard screams and fighting from the entrance, and then huge explosions, and the ceiling started caving in. I and the other novices were going to help, but our teachers stopped us, and then they ran in to fight in our place. Exactly what was attacking us? I snuck up and saw a little bit of the battle. I saw that it was rogue creations. I saw battle alphas in black. And one sort I didn't recognize, a big lizard that was breathing fire. Does it make sense? An attack of rogues organized as if a shaper was attacking us, but doesn't seem possible. Ew. So a shaper is upset with the shapers. So a shaper is attacking shapers. How ironic. Battle alphas in black. There's your like tier 2 creations. Those are pretty tough. Big lizard breathing fire. That's probably a Drac, which is massive. And I think that's like a tier 4 or 5. That's a nasty mama. I think I've only ever managed to make one. What happened to the art teachers? They're all attackers gone. The attackers gone. No, most of them were killed. A few fled, but there are a few small rogues home in their halls. And where's something regarding the exit? I don't know what it is, but the guards who went to drive it off didn't come back. If we want out of here, we'll have to kill it. What happened to our teachers? They are all... He shakes his head. Master Hoja is the only one who survived the attack. He points east to his chambers. I think it'd be nice to have a fighter with me. Someone who's charged. All the teachers gone except Master Hodge. He's in chambers. Whatever. I have another question. What do you want to do now? What I want to do, I am sure, begin the hunt, track down those who attacked us, and get revenge. Now he's a part of my group. He'll have some, he'll chime into our little conversations with other people over the period of the game. So, I'm contemplating getting rid of one of my Furas because they're not that good fighters. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one, and then we'll move him up. A few swords, some body armor. Again, I won't really be using them, so I'm not concerned with them. Armor is probably the only thing I'll find use of. Let's check up over here. There's Master Hodge. Ho Chi Minh. It's on this little table. Beans. Booners, beers. You find Master Hodge as far as you know. He is the sole survivor of the 4 teachers at the school. You spent many hours watching him creating ribs or worms and furies and other small creations. He's a middle-aged man, powerful, strong, intolerant of mistakes or laziness. You, like all the other students, are terrified of him. Spitclaw, his battle alpha companion, guard and servant, stands in the corner. You notice that Hodge doesn't look like he's been fighting. He's also packing his things as if he plans to leave the school soon. He probably is, and he probably avoided the fight. Hell, he probably had an early warning. Master Hodge looks up at you as you enter. He stops stuffing clothes in his pack. Ah, yes, you. What do you want? Classes are canceled for the day. I'm afraid. Why are you packing? Are you leaving? Clearly, what happened to the school? We already know that. It got attacked by a lot of creations. You probably wouldn't care to tell me either way. Probably tell me basically the same thing. That might be useful. Not now. School is out. Do not ask again. You might give us some extra dialogue. Just attacked, other guards were killed, a number of students, and all the teachers who did it well. Terrible business. What attacked? Rogue creations, a lot of them. Don't know where they came from or who made them. Most of them are dead now, but they did a lot of damage. It's a strangely tense answer. He continues to pack. Did you help fight them off? No, I tried to get there in time, but the corridor collapsed. Terrible. I regret not dying with them there for the rest of my life. This answer bothers him. What do you think I should do? Hodge stops packing for a moment, and he looks up at you, lost in thought. Then he says, go see mine Herald. I suppose I'm sure that he will have something for you to do. Answer this question. Some serves are mining crystals for you. Some of them come and complain that the mines are dangerous. Many of them are injured, but the mine is remote, and you don't have the resources to shore up the mines. Shaper researchers have a great need for crystals. Your orders are to keep the mine running. I'd find a way to get it. I wouldn't have the Shapers help me. If they don't want to help me, they're not going to help me. I'd find a way to get it fixed on my own. I'm a fucking Shaper, for crying out loud. Or does he say that? Some of the common complaint is injured. No. Doesn't say that I'm a Shaper. Well, I'm a Shaper, so I'm gonna put it in there. I gave you a great question. left or a right. There's really no middle here. Stop mining until the shapers help me repair the mines. If I stop mining, the shapers would probably remove me and then put someone who was more concerned with profits. Ordering them to get back to work and seeking a solution later on would probably be better. I think with this typical response, he goes back to packing. It is very strange that he would ask a question like that at this time of crisis. In fact, his behavior is very strange in general. Prefer not to use it now.